Crypto, coming to you guys live. Looks like the connection is good, so yeah, we're gonna begin. Bitcoin is back above 10,400. This is good to see. Getting further and further away from the CME gap. There's some people that will say we closed it because we touched it. There's some people saying it's still not fully closed. There's some saying people we never will touch it again. So, I mean, I don't really try to put my faith in those things. I talk about them because that's, a hot topic in the market, but yeah. Before we get into the content, I'd like you guys to follow me on my social channels. Probably gonna have to make a new Chico Crypto Facebook page here in a bit. People can't share my videos and stuff. I don't know why, and I've tried to contact Facebook and they're not being helpful. So follow me on there if you want. But definitely follow me on Instagram and the blockchain-based uptrend. Get out of here, Wayne. Yeah, because I'm on those and I got kicked off of Twitter for no reason. All the links for that can be found in the description and up top here. There. So, really what I want to talk about is the bad news for Bitcoin. Bullish, Wayne, come on. Bullish bad news for Bitcoin. I got a new kitten. If you guys are just tuning in and don't know my content, his name is Wayne, and he's a shithead. Am I bullish on Ethereum 2.0, like 10k Ethereum bullish? I mean, it's a matter of... Fuck, this thing's doing it again. Hold on, my mic's tweaking out. Ah, shit. Well, it's going to do it. So it's really a matter of, what Bitcoin does. I mean, I'm bullish on Ethereum, of course, long term, but it's going to be a couple years, maybe even another cycle until Ethereum breaks out on its own. Appreciate the tip, man. Still no chill because you're still chill. Happy Saturday, Tyler. Well, happy Saturday right back to you, Dr. H. Quinzel. Thanks for tuning in. Don't know why my mic's doing this. Wayne, no. My cat is crazy. Alright, so what I want to get into is that bad news regarding Bitcoin. So, before this, we reached another big level. We got above 12,500, right into the 13k range, and it was a pretty quick run-up, As you can see, we just shot off like a rocket. In a matter of, 6 months. And then we went down, of course, the big dip. And this is where we are today. It's been a more gradual, it's been 7-8 months, and it wasn't a straight up shoot where most of the up came in the span of a month, So there's some interesting things we got to think about regarding this is, the time. And the interest in Bitcoin. So back in time, back when Bitcoin was pumping, up to the 20k level, interest, of course, in Bitcoin reached its peak. And we have never got even close back to that. Even with that, June run in 2019, we only got to basically a little below of a quarter of the interest. And then even in the rough times, March, of course, interest peaked a little then. And when we recently got up back to that 12k level, we didn't even get back to where we got in June, about half of that. And now we've deflated back down, which isn't a good sign, We are above 10k right now, and interest is not above the mark, you guys. Holy mackerel, back in tips like crazy. To feed Wayne catnip. Cheers, bro. Probably in a month or two, he's going to get his first dose of catnip. He's still a little young. Now here he comes. Hey, Wayne. Chico's the best crypto channel, period. This is a crypto kitty. Happy Saturday, bro. I hope you got your battery charged in your Ferrari by September 22nd when you had... No, Wayne. I'm sorry. You can't get on the keyboard. Oh, yeah. I got the Rari charged, man. Thank you. Viva la Chico. Love the content, brother. Thank you, Dectrek. And Womp, you were crazy for that tip again, man. Really don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Oh, wow. Guinness stash, man. You guys are all throwing massive tips. Hey, Tyler, do you see news about the Polkadot and Origin Trail Alliance collaboration? Bullish. Both teams are working on some badass decentralized web tech. Oh yeah. I mean, any team who's working on Polkadot tech and positioning themselves to get a parachain slot is going to be bullish. Oh, Papa Whoop. Dude, 35 Canadian dollars for Wayne? You're awesome, man. Thank you. Please make an Ocean video soon, please. Love your content. EWT and Ocean connected? Yes, they are. Future tech, the future implementation of Ocean and EW tech, it's probably a couple years out, but it is being thought of and worked on. Appreciate your tip, man. That is Wayne. Jesus, Wayne. My Lord. Crazy kitty. So what I want to get into, is the bad news. Okay, Bitcoin. What is this? I don't even know why that is up. So what I want to talk about is the bad news. Bitcoin interest is not where it should be, but there are other things in crypto that are getting back to interest levels or higher. So of course Ethereum isn't getting back to the 2017 2018 interest level, but it did get right back to the June level, which Bitcoin didn't. So more people are getting interested in Ethereum, and the thing that has peaked past, because it wasn't even a thing in 2017, is DeFi. DeFi is surging. I mean just recently is its interest peak over time. And the bad news for Bitcoin, but the good news for crypto, and why this may be a pump I'll get into, is the newbie investor. The newbie investor, if anyone's never heard of cryptocurrency before, the first thing they invest into is, of course, Bitcoin. They get into Bitcoin first. That's what they start with. Then they move over to Ethereum. Usually that's their first altcoin. And then other altcoins and DeFi. DeFi as of right now, I mean, if anyone's new right now, they're quickly learning about Bitcoin, Ethereum, DeFi. So if that, valve is open, it's a very quick motion over to the next. But the pools, are different, because Bitcoin is the first to get the new pool of investors. Of course, it's the largest, Ethereum, second largest, DeFi is smallest right now. But if you have those pools, shut off, the newbie flow of people, the Bitcoin pool actually, it starts to shrink. While actually, people keep moving from the Bitcoin pool. They hear about Bitcoin, then they hear about Ethereum and DeFi, what can go on. If Bitcoin doesn't have these DeFi options, then they start moving over there, while DeFi and Ethereum and DeFi start growing. So this is a bullish case outside for Ethereum and DeFi because Bitcoin has such a high market cap. More Bitcoin that move over, into the Ethereum and DeFi ecosystem, that's good. But it isn't really any new blood, which if Bitcoin is going to control the market, the price, if Bitcoin goes down, interest is there, people start selling, that's not good, you guys. For Ethereum, DeFi as a whole. And for the whales, exchanges, all the people, they don't need it going down. So in my opinion, they're going to keep it. I mean, if they don't, we're not going to see interest, and we need to get another bullish run for a good new flow. This X to leave, we need that X to, I don't know which layer it is, to go away. Plain and simple. Bart, new exchange soon. Check in out in your free time. I bought in. Bart? I never heard of it, but thank you for the tip, man. Am I bullish on Fetch AI? No, I am not. It is a Binance IEO. I'm not super bullish on any Binance IEO. I talked about Matic because of the layer 2, but Matic has really funky price movements because of that, as you guys have seen in the past and I've talked about. Acropolis, what a cool project. No problem. Thank you for liking that, Brock Peters. Is MetaMask good to hold on? I use Coinbase wallet, but it sucks. Thinking about Wi-Fi, but Ledger doesn't hold it. You know any wallets that safe for Wi-Fi? I use MetaMask. I mean, it's the most common used tool. If any DeFi Ethereum project is building in the space, they build with, for MetaMask first. Appreciate the tip, Michael. I never hear you mention much about the future of blockchain gaming projects. Not looking for chills, but I'd be interested in your take on Engine, Ultra, Phantasma, etc. I actually did a sponsored segment on Ultra, and NFTs I'm super bullish on. Gaming NFTs too is a part of that. They just need the killer app, the killer game. DaVinci 15 hires a moderator for his live stream questions, just saying. Well, then, he's not answering them. I gotta answer my questions. So, yeah, I think, in my personal opinion, they're gonna get a run going. Whales, it's in their best interest. There's a few other things that are going on in the markets that just look to me interesting. Yeah, the news is bad right now. We have bad news. Interest in Bitcoin is at a low right now. I mean, we haven't been at this low when we're above 10K before, really. I mean, we're at interest is at 6, 7 right now. And usually when we're at in that interest, we're 8K to 3K, in the past couple years. Wayne, stop. So, in my opinion, going down, if we go down again, Bitcoin interest, it could hit all-time lows, you guys. And that isn't good, They really burned people with this last run, Last run up to 14K, it dipped really quickly down to 5K. Then it pumped back up to 12K, and then we had the March crash. People got burned during that. You're not getting people to come back and go through this cycle if you keep burning people, So, not in their interest, in my opinion. Chico, what happened to BetMatch.io? They vanished with my coins. I have no idea. I haven't worked with BetMatch in a while, so that's unfortunate. Thank you, Tyler. Also, if the dollar value goes down, will the USDC go down as well? Much love from Ohio. Michael Winnings. Thank you for your tip, man. I appreciate it. So yeah, Potion. This is what I want to get into next, is gamifying the DeFi space. Uniswap is a very gamified interface. I think DeFi is going to push forward the more gamified things look. Simple user interfaces. And this is one of them. So, Potion. What is Potion? Twitter explains it. It's a price insurance AMM platform, automated market maker platform. Join us on Discord. So if you want to, learn more than I can tell you, I'm going to try to explain it. Definitely join their social channels in Discord. But basically, this is a strike option contract for differing assets. And basically, when it hits your strike, the lower it goes, the more money you make. So you can basically get insurance against some of your assets, If you're bullish on stuff, you, of course, keep buying and stuff. But if you think it's actually going to possibly go down and you don't want to lose all your money, you set up one of these. And as of right now, It's on the Ropsten testnet. This is not live on the mainnet, unfortunately, but testnet, mainnet comes very quickly. So, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Maker, and Basic Attention Token are the tokens on the testnet right now. And yeah, so basically you set in your asset. Very simple, you know, Bitcoin. I don't think I'm connected. 5. You put in your strike price. And it has to be lower because this is in bearish, I guess you could say option. 10,000. And the longest date, I think, is about 30 days. Oh, yeah, you got to connect your wallet. So don't do it. But yeah, it's pretty simple. So just set it up like that. And you do have to have the DAI for the insurance, just in case you do get liquidated. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. Kevin Fickin' one. Hey Chico, do you see the Polkadot alts getting back to all-time high before BTC breaks 12K? Asking for my dog. I don't know, man. I mean, we go bullish again, of course alt season picks up. But yeah, many of them will get back to, you know, those levels. Kenny Martin. Appreciate your $20 tip, man. And your $5 tip. Will the big publicity launch of Hyper on October 24th bring a lot of Generation Z into crypto? No, because they are on TikTok. No, they're not going to use Hyper. I'm telling you that right now. Thank you for your tip, though. Check out Velas, VLX. It could really challenge Ethereum. Interesting. I mean, what a crypto company needs to do is come out with something like TikTok and implement crypto. You know, they have to have a value case too, and they got to implement crypto. So I just don't see a social network who just has crypto, just because they have crypto, is going to steal people. It's not what I see. Cypher Reader, no problem. I will now smoke a fatty doobie. Maybe on the after party. Wow, you got 9,000 tabs on your browser. Laugh out loud. Yes, so live stream. You have content you got to go through, you know? So if I was to not have this, how would I know what to go through? And this is how research is done. An internet researcher, if you don't have multiple tabs open, you're not doing it right. You're not going to... Because I'm jumping back and forth, you know. But the next thing is Aragon. So DAOs are something I'm very bullish on, which we're going to talk about towards the end. But Aragon. Starting to build on xDai. So they just tweeted this out, Aragon 1-ups, and it's probably going to be voted within the community, so all Aragon, by the community, so all Aragon DAOs can implement this tech. So what is it? It's basically built by Raid Guild. As we know, Raid Guild is a Ethereum development DAO arm that is pretty influential in the space, has very talented developers. They built this, and it's basically a community DAO system for rewarding people. So it's really integrated into Telegram, Discord, and it will be integrated fully into the DAOs now. And basically, you know, it's way to reward people. So within my Telegram chat, you know, I could reward people with these 1-ups, and then they can be, you know, deposited within the 1-up network or my own network if I have one, and, you know, traded for the currency, whatever. But it is basically a reward token, and it's gamified, you know. They are gamified as basically nice little emojis. And what was I? Oh, yeah. So they talk about it in the Aragon forum, basically, and where is it? We've been running one up for over 6 months now, and so far everyone loves it. The only complaint is that the gas fees are so high. It's prohibitive to claim tokens. To make it even easier, we'd like to build it on xDai. Of course, OneUp will work on the Ethereum mainnet, but will include an xDai option as well. Oh, so much stuff coming to xDai. But yeah, this is simply just showing that it was going on Telegram. But again, this is Power Pool. Someone asked about that. I am hopefully going to be joining the Gamma round. And that Gamma round will be taking place on Ethereum Matic Network and xDai chain simultaneously. So I don't know if they're going to be using some layer 2 tech like Connects with it, which would make sense. But yeah, again, you know, layer 2s, in my opinion, top 2 contenders standing out are Matic and xDai because people are choosing them. Coinbase, is, as I showed yesterday, is looking at Matic. It's not confirmed yet. Power Pool, Aragon, more than a few others are looking at xDai. Oh yeah, Scotty P is coming to Chico. I'm finally getting to meet the big time admin, the main man of the Chico chat tomorrow night. I'm pumped, Scotty. See you then. What do you think of Plasm's lock drop instead of an ICO? Will I be taking part? I thought about it, but I haven't yet. It's a good concept. I mean, better concept than ICO. Am I still invested in BlockNet? If not, why? Thanks for the great work, mate. I do hold a tiny bit of BlockNet. I haven't sold it, but it's, you know, not a whole lot. I wish I could get a haircut tune, Tomas Palmer. I appreciate your tip. Check out somi.social, best social media platform by far. I think I have an account on Somi. I haven't used it, but I might be false about that. But this is what's exciting about xDai. So you guys know Yearn Finance, and all their suite of DeFi tools coming out, their vaults, the Y Insurance I talked about, and now they have stable credit. And guess what? Austin Griffith, he's a big-time developer. He created the Burner wallet. He's created more than a few things on top of xDai. And he just tweeted this. As soon as I saw a stable credit, I told some guy I wanted to build a sandbox on xDai. Then Mikado and Nui arranged this great call with Andre Cronje Deck, and he explains it all and even hints that it would be perfect to copy to xDai. Let's do it. Who's in? A lot of people are saying, heck yeah, Raid Guild is there. Whoa. But another project that is connected to xDai with some of the bridges and tools for their platform is Rootstock, the Bitcoin DeFi. And it's actually moving very quickly. I'm surprised by this. They do have their Uniswap fork ready and live, where you can swap these tokens right now, and supposedly there's going to be Ethereum cross-chain here soon, so that will be interesting if that's true. And their R wallet, this was from this Run the Jewels. He says, want to hold Chainlink, but prefer the security of Bitcoin, then store your link in Rootstock's smart R wallet and support for ERC20 tokens soon, blockchain agnostic. So you're going to be able to store your Bitcoin or your... They're going to have to be ERC 677 tokens. But he says support for ERC20. They're doing something the same as xDai, you guys. Rootstock and xDai, it's like almost the same. Transfer and call. So I don't know if these guys are connected or they're competing. Would you get XRP to profit from the Flare fork? I don't hate on anyone for it, but I'm not really in support of it. I mean, XRP is their Trojan horse attack against Ethereum, just like many are pulling off. We'll get into that in a second, too. Thanks for the tip, man. Hi, Chico. Love your content. For example, like Aragon going to build on xDai, which project will benefit the most with this move, in your opinion? Well, they're not going to fully move onto xDai. Aragon isn't. Some things are going to be pushed onto the xDai chain. And that's why it just goes back to this concept I've talked about, xDai. In my opinion, xDai is Ethereum's canary network, kind of like how Kusama is Polkadot's canary network. We're going to see a lot more technical, revolutionary things built on xDai first as things go on, as it's scalable. It's going to have staking functions, and people can port over to Ethereum really quickly, or they could stay on xDai if they want to. But as you can see, Polkadot is a $4 billion project, market cap 4.6, and Kusama is a $320 million project. Now, Ethereum is, a lot bigger than Polkadot, like 40 times bigger. And xDai is, not even close to Kusama's market cap. They still got a long way. I mean, even to get to Kusama's market cap, it's a 6x. That's what I see personally. I mean, I don't see... Now, price might not happen, but that's what I see. So yeah, our wallet, doing some similar stuff. Chainlink, they're integrating their, some of the technology behind, this interoperability supposedly happened. Chainlink lands on Bitcoin sidechain, RSK with new integration. Chainlink tweeted about them actually. Rootstock tweeted about Chainlink. And then this was interesting. They had September 5th, a monthly webinar where Chainlink, Rootstock, Defiant App, and another person, Money on Chain, who's interesting because I started looking into them a little bit, and they do have a Bitcoin on their platform. It's called RBTC. Well, Rootstock BTC, but for the Money on Chain platform. They have over 107 Bitcoin locked up RBTC with Money on Chain so far for their stable coins. And they have a few other income for Bitcoin holders, Bitcoin X, leverage Bitcoin, and their governance token. I don't think it's out. But they have over 100 Bitcoin locked up. And if you look at that in comparison, it's been out for a sliver of time. Sliver. Bitcoin's Lightning Network only has 11 million. Or 1,000 Bitcoin, not 11 million. $11 million. So it's small right now, but this is the beginning of Bitcoin's DeFi. It's nothing compared to Bitcoin on Ethereum, which has 82,000, 82 times the amount of money on chain RBTC. But if Bitcoin DeFi is going to take off, this is where it will take off from. Oh yeah, and this was cool regarding Chainlink. If you go to smartcontract.com now, it redirects to Chainlink Labs. New website, pretty slick too. Got the research papers up and everything. Volume? I think my mic's a little screwy. I'm speaking a little low because if I speak loud, it starts going whoosh. I think Wayne messed it up last night. Am I still bearish DeFi long term? What? Am I still bearish? When was I ever bearish on DeFi? What? Where did you get that from? I'm the guy who said DeFi is going to kick off this next bull run. But regarding Bitcoin, things aren't all bad for Bitcoin. The bad news, Bitcoin's hash rate has reached a new all-time high, 131.7 million terahashes per second. And what is the reason for this? Since, of course, May, we have gone up by a good amount, over 40 million terahashes. Is there something that could have went live during this time? Well, remember, the world's largest Bitcoin mine in the world, coming in at 1 gigawatts just to begin, started building in Texas, Rockdale. And guess who's using it? SBI Holdings Inc. and Japanese internet service provider Gmo Internet Inc. are about to start extracting Bitcoin at the world's largest crypto mine, located in the industry's new hotspot, Rockdale, Texas. Two firms have in principle agreed with Northern Bitcoin AG subsidiary Whinstone Inc. to process cryptocurrency transactions at the German company's facility within the coming months, according to the people familiar with the matter. This is January, of course. The Rhone came, but delays. But this is the last, social news we got regarding it. As you can see, it's got the machines ready to start processing. Oh no, not that. And then this one, wires. Yeah, wires are good. Wires are good to see. So, yeah, it looks like it was ready to go. And this kind of confirms it. Blog post comes out. And yeah. Northern Data is making further progress in building the data center in Texas for the high-performance computing. The plant was put into operation in the current quarter, the company said on Wednesday. We are currently ramping up our capacity as planned and continuously and intend to operate at a capacity of 1 gigawatt by the end of the current year. 1 freaking gigawatt. So they're ramping up, June 14th. I would say they're probably at 50% of capacity then, maybe like 30. So how much is that, How much is 1 gigawatt of power powering, Bitcoin mining machines? Well, a 1 megawatt farm can power up to 800 kilowatts. If each 17 is 3 kilowatt hours, then the farm can host 267 machines. So 1 megawatt, 267 machines. They got 1,000 megawatts. They got a gigawatt. So what is that? How many machines? That's 267,000 machines. Yeah. And so how much hash rate is that, you guys? How much hash rate? If they had S17, it's about 56 terahashes. That would put them at nearly 15 million terahashes just at theirs. Wow. That's intense, And that could be some of the reason for this turning online, because it's not China taking over. That's 11%, the 15 million, 11% of the hash rate. If they were at half capacity, that's 6%. That's still freaking significant from one place. One place, and it's not China, so good to see. Thoughts on Staffy unique concept built on Polkadot? I haven't looked into it. Jaya Krishna Jelly. Appreciate tip, but I'm not going to be looking into coins for tips. One of the things I don't do on the stream, because if I did, the whole content would be filled with that. Thanks, Chico. You're bullish on Tesla and the EWT connection, but I hear that Tesla haven't generated any profit as a company yet. Your thought? They have. They just put out their financials. They're putting out profit. Their energy sector might be losing money because they're putting a lot of infrastructure in. But long term, it's going to probably be, once the infrastructure is ready, long term, My thoughts on DAGs versus blockchain. DAGs will be used for certain things. Blockchains are going to be for security, large money transactions, of course. But yeah, I mean, the hash rate's going up, and we had news like this coming out in August. And that, again, leads me to believe that, these larger mines are getting going in Texas. Sichuan region, massive flooding. But, if they have a 1 gigawatt mine to replace it, it's going to go up. So this was actually really interesting, you guys. Vitalik Buterin just put out his most recent blog post on his website. And I was talking about this recently, how cryptocurrency and communities are making tribal aspects. And some of these cryptocurrencies are tribes trying to morph into kingdoms. I think Ethereum has created their own kingdom. One of the only cryptocurrencies besides Bitcoin to do it. Bitcoin's kingdom has kind of fell apart, as with Bcash, BSV. It's kind of a ghost town now. But Ethereum's kingdom's stronger than ever. But you have, other crypto projects out there create with their own tribes. Not kingdoms yet. They're looking to. And they're, doing their own tribal attacks against Ethereum, trying to take, the people, bring them over into their kingdom. I made a video on it August 3rd. Bend the knee to Ethereum or miss the epic 100x run. I know clickbait title, but you gotta play the game. You guys, don't get mad at me for clickbait titles. If I didn't clickbait, I wouldn't get the views. YouTube is YouTube. You gotta play the game. So, yeah, I talked about the video. I compared Ethereum to England. And you all know what happened to England in the early, tribal kingdom days. It was very spread out, there's multiple kingdoms within England, and they battled each other in the beginning. Some were friends, alliances were built. Some were trying to spread Christianity across the whole, lots of stuff going on. But you can compare some of that going on within Ethereum to Aragon and the DAOs that are being created. You're having within the Ethereum England community, you're having your own tribes communities being built, and that's where I see some next level stuff coming. How I said layer 2 NFTs, but DAOs is in on that, and I've always thought DAOs. It's going to be interesting how all three of these DeFi Lego pieces interact with each other here in the coming years. But we're having our own kingdoms, communities being built within the Ethereum landscape. But as we know what happened when that started happening, we had outsiders coming in. Those looking for their own kingdoms to conquer the world. The Danes, the Vikings, the Norwegians came in and attacked England from all angles. And this relates back to cryptocurrency, because we have people like Ripple who consider themselves, the Norse. And they call what they're building their bridge to Ethereum DeFi Bifrost. A burning rainbow bridge that reaches between Midgard, the realm of the humans, and Asgard, the realm of the gods. I've covered this before in that video. And you know what else I find interesting? Of course, there's the Ripple team laying on the rainbow bridge. Oh! You know what I find interesting? SushiSwap is coming across the rainbow bridge. I swear, all this stuff has hidden meaning, and SushiSwap knew what it was doing. I'm not saying it's XRP behind SushiSwap. I made the video on who I think it is. But I think that's just, code for this was an attack. My rival Ethereum kingdom. My boy Chico, who is the libertarian candidate you mentioned? How many votes do the libertarians need to be a three-party system come next election? Shoot, I know that. It's not for them to, become a three-party system per se. We are a multi-party system in the United States. It's just the two parties get special treatment. You know, you're not required to vote for Democrat or Republican. You can vote for any party you want. But the two parties get special treatment because of the percentage. I think it's 15%, but I may be way off. It might even be 3%. I know a Green Party candidate got close to it. And the candidate is Joe Jorgensen. I would vote for Joe. She wants to get rid of the most big federal agencies like the DEA, but she really has it out for the ATF. So the next thing, let me get back to the tips, make sure I didn't miss any. I appreciate your tip, Hung Solo. That's a good name. You mentioned CBDAO. Did you ever look into that? Not trying to shill, just curious. Also, huge thanks for the content. Yeah, I still hold my CBDAO. I still actually need to swap it. Just really busy with other content. But yeah, I can't wait for the mainnet. Oh yeah, Gods Unchained just launched their second season sale of cards, all minted as NFT. Coinbase invested into Gods Unchained. Yeah, Gods Unchained is going to do big things in the NFT gaming space, card space. Chico, do you think what are building in Texas could be a threat to the BTC ecosystem, just like China at the beginning? Like future manipulation? No, because as you can see, it only controls 11%. You know, that's a large amount. But I don't see it. Because other large ones are getting built. There's a gold rush going on, a Bitcoin rush going on in Texas right now because of the cheap power to go build these data centers, because very profitable. So this was so interesting. I don't know if Elon watches my channel. I don't know. Probably not. But what did I want to... So I made my video on Tesla and them. September 9th. I swear to freaking my Lord Jiminy Criminy. The next... No, I thought it was the next day. 2 days later, he says, many exciting things will be unveiled on Battery Day. I know Battery Day is a big topic, and that might have just happened because he's CEO, you know? But, I mean, he's been talking about it more than just this on Twitter. But big things, in my opinion, are coming on Battery Day. I thought, you know, Tesla, when it was crashing, I said bye, bye, bye. I thought that was manipulation, pure, simple manipulation. Pre-Battery Day, because they know it's coming. Smart ones know it's coming. What? Who is this writing? $75? Oh, wow, this person's stupid. Stupid. I mean, yeah, bears can take over, but big things are going to be announced, and I think these bears are going to get wrecked come Battery Day. Because a lot of people, they think what's going on is related to the battery tech, because it's Battery Day. You know, everyone thinks it's going to be the million-mile battery, which that would be amazing news. Yes, it would. You know, of course that battery tech is important, but I think it's more related to Tesla Energy and them as an energy company, because that's Elon's goal. He's recently said he sees it being the same or even more than their auto sales business, which $5 billion they did in revenue this year. I mean, and if you think about that, you know, of course they're not next year going to be as big as Tesla's auto. In 5 years, it's possible. But in 5 years, how big is Tesla auto going to be? Is it going to be a 10, 15, 20 billion a year sales? That means he thinks energy is going to be that big too. And I brought up, you know, why I think it could. I mean, I don't want to get people's hopes up that something could be announced, you know, at Battery Day regarding Energy Web and Tesla. I personally don't think that's going to happen. It's possible, but I don't think it'll become battery day. I think big things regarding VPPs and Tesla within this landscape is going to be announced, which Energy Web is probably the back end for. But there are connections I want to show you to Tesla. That's even further. So this was put out just September 9th from D3A Grid Singularity. It was Energy Singularity, the Chaos Experiment, round 4. And basically, it's a virtual live experiment to test the hypothesis of an agent-based bottom-up energy market by simulating the conditions of a future smart grid. Intelligent trading bots with competitive incentives designed by 3 teams, including experts from Invitas Energy Intelligence Platform, Greenlytics Weather Analytics Solution for the energy industry, and OLI Systems collaborating with Simons and InSmart AI faced off in an interconnected local energy market simulation. So this was actually put on by Stedin, Alliander, Impulse, and Eon. These are big freaking names in the energy space. And of course, led by Grid Singularity and one of their main partners, NG. So who is the connection to Tesla out of these in this challenge? This is going on right now. And this is big too. I mean, this is basically the page for the hackathon. They have Grid Singularity, NG right there. They have their partners right there. And this is even better. They have a design of it. This is what's big. Grid Singularity, NG, Steady, Alliander, Impulse. Right there. So the one we want to talk about is Stedin Group. Stedin. I don't know exactly how to say it. But Stedin Group is big in their own. They're not only, the one we know with the orange and black logo, but also DNWG, Netvirder, Indurus is under them. But Stedin is under someone. Stedin isn't, just Stedin. Stedin is actually in Netco Holdings. So this is where the Tesla connection comes in. And HSVGTS on Medium, he does some really good research regarding Energy Web. He put the connections together regarding them. I think I'm blocked off on my Medium reads for the month. Yep. What kind of baloney is that? So yeah, no, he has the full article on the connections. I mean, I'm not going to go through it. I could make a whole video on this. And I might, eventually, if he lets me use his content. But yeah, he goes through it all. I'm not going to read it word for word. But they are connected together on some share and charge for the automobiles projects as well as Powerwall. And that looks like it's about it, you viewers of the tube. Stedin is from Holland. Yeah, Stedin. What are my current thoughts on Blockstack? I just hold a smidgen. Bought it early on. Do I follow Switchio lately? No, I haven't, Steph B. Top fan. You are my #1 fan, top fan. Any update or follow-up video on Kusama and how your staking is going? It's going alright. I'm staking. Stake it up, baby. No, stake it up, baby. Hey, I missed your tip. Oh, I'm sorry. Dude, I don't mean to, you guys. I really don't. Any thoughts on BZX? Looked into it a while ago. Haven't recently, so no personal, thoughts on it currently. I appreciate your tip though, man, and I'm sorry for missing yours. I don't try to do that. I bet you thought I was missing it again. Thank you for your research regarding EWT in Germany energy sector. They had a meeting on Bitkom on September 10th. Dana and BMWI, German Federal Ministry for Energy, and in BW and Siemens. Yeah, I mean, Energy Webs is like basically a sleuth in the energy space. They are here, and there. And energy, I mean, I don't get why people don't understand Energy Web is going to be so big, you guys. It is going to be massive. They've been around for a while. They've been working on this for a while. They're ready for it. Yeah, so I didn't even know about this Eneco, and I don't know if I'm even pronouncing it right, because it's Dutch or whatever. But yeah, I thought it was just Staten, but Staten's actually under Eneco, and Eneco has multiple projects under them besides Staten. What was I going to look up next? Oh yeah, I just wanted to make sure I'm not shadow banned. Yep, I'm good, you guys. Well, everything looks to be good with the stream. Trying to keep these down to a half hour. I'm not trying to make them too long, you guys. EW shilling causes. Why do you... I just like to talk what I like to talk about, you guys. I am highly interested in Tesla, you know, energy sector. I mean, I was into Power Ledger early on, but, I mean, they petered out. Energy Web is taking over. Ooh, Wookie Chewy's mad at that guy for spamming. I mean, markets are going through we went through an altcoin cycle, you guys. We're gonna have some people taking some profits because some people think we're going through a fully bearish cycle. I don't think so, because they do that. I mean, we're not getting newbies for a long time, but it's possible. Don't think. Trust my information, because I'm not a financial advisor. I just love crypto. NACO. Didn't know that. They should have spelt it like that. Thoughts on the sushi stuff? Sushi. I don't know. I think it's, you know, another Ethereum attack, you guys. It was a plan. The Rainbow Bridge, I don't know. I guess we got some drama for the space for a little bit. That's cool. CryptoPunks. I haven't checked out CryptoPunks. If it sounds like a game or something, I don't know. Alright guys, well, I'm going to head out. Like I usually do, I do stream for a little bit longer on Theta after this. So if you want, check me out on there. Pretty sure links are in the description for that as well. And I will see you guys Monday with a great video on Bitcoin. And some future, you know. Of course, I'm talking about, you know, interest in Bitcoin's low. But Bitcoin and Ethereum are creating some business models that are going to shock the world. Most of these business models are implemented within tokens right now, you know, investment tokens, but they will be implemented outside into regular applications and products, and we're going to see that within the next, I would say, 5 years. So, see you then, and thanks everyone for the tip and tuning in. You guys are awesome. Peace.